Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an intro for you for the products that I want to finish up in 2025. Once again, it's late, but we'll just roll with it. Okay, I have my things written out here. Let's go through them one by one. Starting off with powders. I have one powder in my collection at the moment, which means that is the only powder that I want to finish up, and that is my Charlotte Tilbury, once again, Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade Fair. This one is relatively new. I bought this probably not even a month ago, and I started using it recently when I finished up my previous version of this one. So this is the only powder that I want to work on this year, and I'm like 100% certain that I can finish that one off. Highlighters, not so certain I can finish this one off, but I want to keep focusing on it anyway, see how far I can get. That's the white gold shade in this Revolution palette right here. I have pan, but this basically is a whole year of usage. So yeah, we'll see how far I will get with that one. For bronzers, I only have one this year that I want to focus on, and I really want to focus on it. My L'Oreal Glam Bronze Trio, of which I only have the bronzer left, hence me counting it as a bronzer. We still got a little way to go, but we're getting there. I think that's all that counts right now. So yeah. It's definitely pigmented enough, so I need to be careful. I basically just dip my brush in like one little dip, and then that's plenty. I still have to kind of blend it out with my powder brush off sometimes if I do it that way, so it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm still relatively certain I can finish it off this year, assuming that I won't stop wearing makeup completely once I have a baby for the rest of the year. So we'll see. Then my NYX Yellow Gold Pigments. This one, there really isn't a whole lot left in this one anymore. Let me try and quickly show you. Like this. That's all that's left in here. So barely anything. It's a pigment, so it still takes me a little bit to try and get through this, but I'm not expecting this to take more than 1 or 2 weeks, which will hopefully still be before the baby is here. So this one, again, I should be able to finally finish this year, because it's been in a good few of these types of videos before. Then Eyeshadow Quads. My Panda palette from 2023. Still around, so I still want to focus on this one. We finished off one shade early on enough, and we have not a whole lot left of this shade anymore. Plenty left of these two, especially this guy. It's so big that I know it's gonna take me a good bit of the upcoming year to try and get through this, but I have hope that I can finish this one off by the end of the year as well. So it's remaining in for general eyeshadow palettes. Also, this one is my Panda palette. Still, because this was my palette last year, and we've still got a good bit of work to do on this one, even though clearly I have managed to at least finish off a few shades. But the more that I finish off in this one, the more I can focus on the other one as well. I'm most uncertain about the two dark shades in here, to be honest. Everything else, I don't know if I can get through it, but I'm more likely to get through everything except for especially this shade, since it's so close to the darker shade in this guy. But we'll see. I do want to finish it off this year. I'm just not convinced I can, but we should set some like tougher growth goals as well, I guess. Then for mascaras, I have my Clinique mascara right here. This is the High Impact Mascara. This is my go-to mascara that I've been using for a really long time, and I have one, like full one, left in my collection, so I want to finish that off this year, which should be no problem because I tend to roll them out after 3 months anyway. Then lipsticks. I decided to go with 4 this year. Last year I had 5, I only finished off 2. 2 of the ones in here I'm like 99.9% certain are gonna go. The other 2 we're gonna have to wait and see. The NARS lipstick in Orgasm, I did re-roll this into my deck of panning, or I did roll this, not re-roll, into my deck of panning project. Still got about half left. It's a really easy shade to wear, wearing it right now. It's very, I wouldn't even call it my lips but better, but it has a bit of orange, it has a bit of a golden sheen, but clearly it's still fairly neutral. So this one I'm not expecting to be a problem. Then we have the MaxFactor lipstick in Icy Rose. Also for this one, I really don't have that much left anymore. This was on my list of lipsticks that I wanted to finish off last year. I'm using it as a cream blush though, so I know it's going to take me a couple of months to try and get through this. But even if I fall off the makeup, putting on makeup wagon for a little bit throughout the year when I have the little one, I think I should be able to finish this one off still, but already slightly less certain, as you can see. Then I did recently purchase a new lipstick. I don't know if this is, yeah, it's a lipstick. It was called a lipstick in the description. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Superstar Lips lipstick, I think, in Pillow Talk, which is one of their very popular shades, which I'm sure most of you guys know. I only recently bought it, so it's still pretty much full. But it's darker than I expected it to be. I thought this would be like a just slap on and go type of lipstick, which once I finished off the NARS one, I wouldn't have anything like that. So it was like when I was ordering my refill for this powder, I decided to like treat myself and add something more wearable so I could easily wear that throughout the year. I love the texture of this, but I really have to be careful because like first application is light enough, but then when you reapply, it tends to get a little bit darker. And the first time that I did that, I didn't realize, and then when I looked in the mirror a little bit later, I was like, ooh, this is darker than I thought it was. It's fine, but not as much of a like just put it on and go lipstick as I thought it would be. Then one to really challenge me this year, which is probably going to take me most of this year, is my MAC lipstick right here. This is the only MAC lipstick that I still have in my collection, and this is the Viva Glam Miley Cyrus, which is very pink, as you can see. So this one will for sure take me a little longer to get through. If I can finish this by the end of the year, that's great. If I can't, then I will survive as well. But it's nice to have something like brighter as part of the shades that I can work on as well, and something that I want to focus in on because I want to get through the lipsticks that I've had in my collection for quite some time at some point, and I don't have a whole lot left, so we're doing pretty okay there. Then for lip, what do we call liquid lipsticks? This one I'm still not fully sure what category it should go in, but it was kind of advertised more as a liquid lipstick. I feel like this is a clearly depotted lip polish from Catrice, which has a very like sticky, creamy, glossy texture, but I do feel like it kind of like pulls into my lips a little bit when I wear this, which is why I'm not full on calling it a lip gloss either, so it just ended up in this category. This is also in my deck of panning project right now, so if you want to see how I go on this one, that is where you can follow the progress a little bit more regularly, I guess, than in this specific one. And my hope is that this one will be done in the next 2 or 3 months, because it's fairly easy to wear because it has a very like glossy like shade. It's red, but it's not like bam in your face red, because it is a little bit more glossy in pigmentation as well. Then challenge number 2. This is the Rimmel Apocalips lip lacquer in Stellar, which is a, well, this color. It's basically a bright orange, almost red. I had another red lipstick that I was thinking about rolling in because I still have 2 more red lipsticks in my collection. I was like, I shouldn't do that because I've worked on a red lipstick for the whole of last year. I don't want to have to work on one. I'll keep it kind of in my go-to area. So when I feel like wearing a red, I can still wear it, but I didn't want to do a full-on red to like actually focus on for the year. So I went with a ridiculously bright orange instead. I hope that this one will be nice to wear during summertime. I know I've worn it during summertime when I initially bought it. I did put this on recently and it felt too bright. But that may have been because I was wearing it with winter clothes and it just didn't feel right. So we'll see. But this one is really hard to track, and I've already finished off 2 of these lip lacquers, so I kind of know what it's like. But the top part is black. I can't see where I'm at. I'm fairly certain that I at least have finished off some part of this already, but I cannot see how far I am on this one. So it's gonna be a surprise, but it's gonna take me quite some time. So technically my goal is to try and finish off at least one of these 2, but pink and orange, like slightly more cool tone, slightly more warm tone. I want to have a little bit of both depending on what I felt like wearing more. So yeah, that's that. That for lip glosses, I only had 1 lip gloss left at the very start of this year, and this one definitely is the older one. So this is my NYX lip gloss in Frosty Pink Frost. Yeah, these are big enough as well, and I thought that this one was still completely full, but then I rolled it into a project and I realized that actually I am already here on this lip gloss, which was a good surprise. Yeah, it's a frosty pink, not my favorite. I need to be really careful in like the amount that I apply, or if I combine it with something. Again, I still need to be careful because I just don't like the frosty finish a whole lot. It's a perfect, I'm just staying at home and want something on my lips type of lip gloss. Especially like my husband is traveling this week, for example. I don't have to worry about anybody seeing me with this on if I just wear it around the house. So I can be a little bit more uncareful with it. But yeah, I just want to get through this, get it out. It's big enough. How much is in here? Also, yeah, 15 mils or 0.5 fluid ounces. So the same as the Gosh Chubby lipstick that I tried to finish off last year. The only difference is that this has a doe foot. So, and for whatever reason, doe foods just tend to go a lot quicker for me than chubby lip gloss thingies. So I'm hoping I can just get through this. It's the only lip gloss that I want to get through because I'm realistic enough to know that I'm not going to get through more than just this one, considering the only one that I have left as well is a chubby type lip gloss as well. So that's that one. Then a product that I know I should be able to get through is my MaxFactor Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Wear Concealer in NW24. I only have about this much left in here, so for sure I'm going to be able to finish this one off. There always is way more in here still at the last little bit than you would expect. I think partly because probably when you're pulling out the doe foot you will still have some product left at the top as well. So definitely expecting this one to be sticking around for the next maybe even 6 months. I don't know. But yeah, I think I should be fine to finish this off by the end of the year. Then I have a, what is this? Eye primer. This is the Matte Liquid Eye Primer Long-Lasting Power Base by Kruidvat, which is a Dutch drugstore. There's 8.5 mils in here. It doesn't say anything in ounces because it's Dutch. We don't do ounces here. And I really thought that I found another chubby primer because I was just so done with the doe foot type things that don't actually pick up everything. Only to realize that when I tried to open it, I bought something with a doe foot once again. Yeah. It will definitely take me still a good bit of this year to try and get through this because eye primers just don't go overly fast for me anyway. But I think I should be able to finish this one off by the end of the year. And then lastly, your guess is as good as mine on whether I will actually finish this one off finally this year. I've been working on this for years at this point. I feel like this is the Maybelline Monster Smokey eye pencil in Smoky Black. And We don't have that much left of this because it's basically only what's above my fingers. But still, it's a black. I basically rub my finger on it, tap it on my lid, blend it out, and it will be like a sheer grayish black that remains. I don't have to sharpen this a whole lot, like maybe once every 2 months, if even that. I would be really happy if I can finish this one off this year, but I'm still not convinced I can. So yeah, I'd say more than half of these products I think I can finish off by the end of this year. So hopefully I will have a finishing percentage above 50% at least. But again, this just gives me a good list of things that I want to try and focus in on. So if I have projects going on that I'm trying to roll new products in, this is my go-to list. And if nothing fits whatever prompts or something I'm working with, then I will go somewhere else. So yeah, 19 products in total. Let's see how I'm gonna do. That's all I can say. So thank you guys very much for watching once again, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.